Welcome back, students, to another day of learning math. In this video, we will be going over how to add and subtract parts of a whole. Quick question, who likes snacks? In this video, we will be using some snacks as part of our demonstration to explain how to add, subtract parts of a whole. What kind of snacks are you thinking about? Well, the only snacks I found in my house were goldfish and popcorners. We'll use these two snacks to talk about how to add and subtract parts of a whole. So let's first talk about goldfish. I'm gonna open the goldfish. Opening it. You like the ASMR? I'm gonna pour goldfish into here and here. Now, we're gonna count. On each plate, there's a different amount of goldfish. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 goldfish in our first plate. Let's count the next plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 goldfish on this plate. But for our reference purposes, we'll add 2 more. So 10, 11. There's 11 goldfish on our other plate. There's 11. Pretend you got 9 goldfish on one plate right here and 11 goldfish right here. How would you describe how many goldfish you have? Good question. How would you find a total? Some of you would then get your goldfish and we would mix it together because they're all the same goldfish, and you'll say now you have 20. And if you want to confirm it, you could just count it. Look, 1, 2, let's go by 2s. 4, 6, I'm adding 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You say you have 20 goldfish in total because they're all the same goldfish, right? So they're different colors. These are rainbow goldfish. Let's try this again. You guys ever tried this? Now using this, let's talk about it. How many popcorners does our first plate have? Well, if we count, we have 1, 2, last one, 3. You have 3. This first plate, we have 3. Our next plate, let's count. 1, 2, 3, I have 2 here. 4, 5, 6. You have 6 popcorners on this plate. Now, since it's the same popcorner here, 6, 3, and 6. Since it's the same, what most people will do is because they're the same, we're going to basically combine it. So how many popcorners do I have? Well, if you see 6 plus 3 is 9, you're correct. And if you want to confirm it, we can add it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reason we combine it is because it's the same thing, so we know the flavor is not going to change, and they're all the same. They're about the same size, right? When we combine parts of a whole, we combine what are the same size. Now pretend you got a delivery of popcorners and goldfish. How would you describe this? Take a minute to think about it. How would you describe the snacks that you have in front of you? Okay. Well, first, what we would do is count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here, we have 9 popcorners. And now let's count the goldfish. 1, green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of 10 goldfish. How would you describe it? How would you describe the quantity you have? Well, most of you will say, I have 10 popcorners. Sorry, you will say I have 9 popcorners and I have 10 goldfish. You will not say that you have 19 goldfish because a goldfish and a popcorner is totally different snacks. So when we talk about parts of a whole, we're going to talk about parts that are the same size. And if they're the same size, we can combine it like goldfish. Saying that we have 10 goldfish. Instead of saying, oh, I have 5 goldfish plus another 5 goldfish, you'll say you have 10 goldfish. So using this idea, when we describe parts of a whole that are the same size, we can actually combine it and express it as a whole. So in this case, we didn't say I have 1 goldfish plus 1 goldfish plus 1 goldfish plus 1 goldfish plus 1 goldfish until you get 10. Rather, you'll say I have 10 goldfish because it's a lot faster to say too. So in the same manner, we're going to express fractions by expressing as a whole when we combine all the same sizes together. Remember, we will not say I have 2 goldfish when we're expressing a popcorner and a goldfish. We'll say we have 1 goldfish, 1 popcorner. So let's begin with our math.
Today's lesson, we will be going over how to add and subtract parts of a whole, and you will also learn how to express fractions as a sum. Topic 1. Adding and subtracting parts of a whole. Miss Clark has the following pie pieces left from a bake sale. We're going to model the problem using fraction circles. If you notice, the pie pieces are very similar in size and they represent a whole of a circle. So here in the first problem, we have 3 pieces left, or color 3. So we know there's 3, and we can see that it was cut into 6 individual pieces. So in a whole, there's 6 pieces. On the next pie, we see there's only 1 left. So we're going to color in 1 part of the circle. And that means the rest was eaten. So there's 1 pie piece left out of 6 pieces. So the question is, how many pieces of pie does Miss Clark have? So we know there's 3 pieces of pie left in the first pan. We know there is 1 piece of pie left from the next pan. So how many pieces do we have left? Since they're all the same pie, you can see it's blue, and they're all the same size, we can conclude there's 4 pieces of pie left out of 6 pieces. So how many pieces of pie is on the dish? We will have 4 pieces, so 4 additional people could eat it later. And this is very similar to the popcorners and goldfish because we added the goldfishes together and we also added the popcorners together because they were the same size, same shape, and the same snack. Moving on, the next topic is expressing fractions as units. What you can see is that we have 1 6, 1 6, 1 6, 1 6, 1 6. That means we can add it. And because the size is the same, you can see the block sizes are the same. If I trace 1 block, move this block over to another block, it will be the same size. And as you can see, the sizes are all the same because they're 1 6. So how can you express 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 differently? Well, since there are 5 pieces and the size is the same, we can express 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 plus 1 6 as 5 over 6. So your next question is, how can I express 4 over 5 by adding it up? Well, if you said 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5, you are correct because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 fifths. Okay? Now, what if I decided to get rid of 2? How can you express this? Well, you know there's, how many are there? There's 5 pieces, but we're getting rid of 1 6 and 1 6. And how many 1 6 are we getting rid of? You're saying 2, which is correct. Then we know there's 3 6 left. And as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 pieces left. So using this idea, what you can do now is you can express fractions as units And you can also find the parts of a whole by adding the pieces that are the same size.